Good morning and welcome to MBA batch of Luth Mata Institute of Management Studies, LIMS Business News. Let's get the news rolling with the top 6 business news.
RBI emboldens funds to venture into India's long bonds. The Reserve Bank of India is making longer tenure sovereign bonds attractive again. Quantum Mutual Fund has moved to the 10 to 14-year segment after staying in duration of up to 3 years in August in its Rs 691 million dynamic bond fund. UTI Asset Management Corporated has turned overweight on bonds maturing in up to 15 years after cutting duration 2 months ago. The strategy change was prompted by a series of liquidity measures announced by the Reserve Bank of India earlier this month. The pivot from RBI will help the government, which has said it will sell Rs 1.1 trillion more debt for the fiscal half ending in March. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said in the policy address that the monetary authority sees the recent surge in inflation as transient. S&P Global Ratings and Fitch Ratings forecast India's combined deficit, federal and state governments, will widen to about 12% of the GDP in the year through March.
This is Akshay. Today's news. Kodak explores acquisition of IndusInd Bank. Kodak says no comments to offer. IndusInd CEO says promoters have denied the deal. Kodak Mahindra Bank is exploring a takeover of smaller rival IndusInd Bank. People with knowledge of the matter said a move that would create the nation's 8th largest financial firm by assets. Uday Kodak, founder and chief executive officer CEO of Kodak Mahindra, is looking at the possibility of an old stock acquisition. One of the people said, asking not to be identified as the talks are private. Uday Kodak and the Indija family have held initial talks over the proposal in which the founders of IndusInd Bank would retain a stake in the lender after a deal, another person said. When contacted by Business Standard, the Kodak Bank spokesperson said in an emailed statement that the bank had no comments to offer, while IndusInd Bank CEO Sumant Kadaplia said the bank's promoters had already denied it.
Amazon gets interim relief. Arbitration panel says Future cannot sell business to Reliance. The Singapore International Arbitration Centre SIAC has passed an interim order asking Future Group to put its plan of selling its retail business to Reliance Group on hold and wait for the final judgment on the plea filed by Amazon. Future Group is likely to move Delhi High Court in the next few days challenging the interim order. SIAC in its order also asked Amazon to submit a proposal within a week outlining its plan for Future Retail in case the outcome is in its favor. The interim order is valid for 90 days and SIAC will issue its final verdict in the spirit. No more hearings are expected to take place. At the SIAC, Future Group has been represented by Harris Self, while former Solicitor General Gopal Subramaniam appeared for Amazon. As per Amazon's interpretation of the contract, Future cannot sell any shares to Reliance or any other competitors, and that Amazon has the right of first refusal. In August, Reliance Retail agreed to acquire the retail assets of Future Group in a complex deal which will see the merger of 5 listed entities including Future Retail into Future Enterprises that currently houses the group's retail back-end infrastructure. The retail business will then be transferred to Reliance in a slump sale for nearly Rs 25,000 crores.
I am Lakshmi representing Group and here to set a news about Google Chrome. Chrome OS is reportedly getting a dark mode which has been in high demand for its benefits on eye strain and general readability. Spotted in Google's experimental Canary channel, Android Center reported that the Canary version of Chrome OS contains an experimental version of Chrome OS dark mode. It may only be accessed via Google's bleeding-edge developer mode of the browser, but that could indicate that it's being readied for a wider rollout soon, the report said on Sunday. There are currently some bugs within the dark mode settings as it is still being tested. Dark mode does not seem to appear across the user interface and not just simply appear as darker background. Google rolled out dark mode to several of its services including Gmail and Google Calendar, so it makes sense to roll it out for Google Chrome OS as well. Dark mode has been in high demand for any OS over the past few years. The company said that the dark theme changes the color scheme of the interface and reduces light emission, so it's easier on the eyes at night while still providing you with usual
Welcome to the business news. Adani and Hiranandani groups to invest rupees 10,000 crore in UP data centers. The Adani and Hiranandani groups are among top companies looking to invest rupees 10,000 crore to set up data centers in UP besides data security firm Rackbank. Data centers are housing computing infrastructure which the UP government has recently approved the data center project which will set up by Mumbai-based realty major Hiranandani Group with an investment of 600 crore. Adani Group last week said it will be setting up data center parks with an investment of Rs 70,000 crore over a period of 20 years. Hiranandani Group has already built 2 large data centers in India for NTT Group's NetMagic, a data center co-location company. Getting on a triple-digit growth in the data center space in India, Hiranandani Group is looking to invest about Rs 15,000 crore over the next 5 to 7 years in setting up data centers in Mumbai and Chennai. So that's for the today's news. Thank you.
Welcome to Business News. I'm Abhirami. Today's news. Tata Motors looks for PV BIS partner. Tata Motors is actively scouting for a partner for its passenger vehicle business to be ready for growth in the next decade, which would see huge investment going into new technologies regulations according to a top company official. The automaker is looking for collaboration even as the process to carve out passenger vehicle business as a separate standalone unit gathers steam. The whole purpose of subsidiarization is to actively look for a partner because there's a reality for all that a collaboration can unleash a big potential in the next decade, which is going to see significant investments in new technologies and regulations. The collaboration will also help in reducing product life cycles and enhance new product launch intensity. There are no specific timelines as far as subsidiarization process is concerned. Converting the business into a separate legal entity to accelerate in a year, and as far as partner is concerned, it is an active work which will continue to work on. On the company's performance in the PV segment, Chandra said that despite lockdown, Tata Motors posted double-digit growth during the first half of this fiscal. Thank you.